What's up everyone, this is going to be a Demon Souls guide on all the main bosses. There is a number of bosses, and there's only about 4 of them that you don't have to actually kill to progress in the game. I'm not going to bother with those ones right now, but I've been looking forward to this game for a long time, and it finally came. I never played the 3 version, so this was all new to me, but let's just kick it off right now. First boss, I found the best strategy was throw fire bombs at it, because you can AoE splash all the little ones and whatnot. Then once you're kind of out of that, you want to run around, look for the opening. As you can see right now, there is an opening, just I wasn't paying that much attention when I was doing this. So yeah, I'm just throwing the fire bombs. I don't have too many, but just the splash can take out multiple at once. They're not too strong if you're melee. On this character, I was going for a mage build, so I was trying not to burn all the mana right at the start. But I think it's here, maybe not. At some point I do realize the opening, because this is the first time I ever actually fought it. There we go. I think that's where I realized about the opening. So you can kill these guys. They're not too strong. They're only about 80-ish health. Just don't hit the shield. It does nothing, basically. And you just bounce off. Key thing in this one I found was just move around a lot. Use the pillars to your advantage. Try to separate the boss from the little Spartans there. They do break up, and I believe it was on my other character. I did find there was a whole bunch of these guys just kind of in the corner, and the boss was all by himself with maybe 3 or 4 of them. I think my goal was to kill every single one for some reason. Obviously you don't need to, like this one, there's no reason to kill that one. I do start to hit the boss pretty soon here. Yeah, I think this is where I start to actually hit the boss more. So you can target one of the farther enemies and it'll actually hit the boss instead, because obviously you can't go through the boss itself. So the boss kind of just blocking it. I do try to target the boss at one point, but there's so many of them sometimes that you actually just keep bouncing around between all of them. I believe I run out of magic, and I just go in and melee it. The boss can hit you, or at least I think he's hitting you. There's so many spears, it's hard to tell what's what. One thing to take note of is when you actually kill the boss, roll out, because if you're low health, there's always a random spear that keeps coming out when the boss dies. I don't know if it's from a small enemy or just the boss itself, I have no clue, but my advice would be to roll out, unless you got some health and you'll be fine. Doesn't hit that hard, it's the beginning boss. So here I go to finish it. And I think I get hit. Yeah, I get poked afterwards. But yeah, it's a fairly simple boss. Just use your fire bombs. So the Tower Knight, this is an easy boss. I thought this was probably the easiest boss in the game, other than the final boss, which I didn't even bother throwing in this video, because if I don't even think you could die. I don't think it's possible. I didn't get hit. I think the boss just flops around the whole time. Anyway, so on this one, there's two options you can do. You can run up, as I'm going to show here, and kill all the archers. There's 8, I believe. 2 for the staircases, and then I think there's 3 on each side. There is a trophy in this one if you kill the Tower Knight without killing any archers. It's actually easy. I didn't get hit once by the archers when doing it, so... And this one I will show a trick if you're magic. So it'll cut and flip to a knight at one point. Because I did the playthrough with a knight, just with the mage I found a couple things that will help you kill a boss if you're a mage easier. So this is the last one. I believe it's just up here. It'll cut, so it'll kind of jump for a sec, but... There it is. So yeah, with this one, all you do is aim for the feet. You'll see me, eventually I'll start doing it. So with this, this character was heavy. I couldn't roll, you'll see right here. Yeah, I'm slow at rolling, so I tend to run backwards a lot. When he jumps back, does almost no damage, just move to the side as I just did. With this shield slam, you can literally just walk out of the way. You'll know when he's winding it up, because he winds up the shield. So his feet are starting to break now, you can see the blue. You have to make sure both feet have this blue, and then you can just hit either foot, doesn't matter. Once you do enough damage, he will fall backwards, which should be here. Nope. It's soon. There it is. So he can kind of crush you. He does damage, but it just prevents you from hitting his head. So just keep aiming for his head. It'll switch here back to the mage, so there's a trick for it. So see, I got him down with this character. Hitting his head, and just keep hitting him. You do damage, it seems to be like on his back area, doesn't matter. Although the shield does get in the way. I don't show the full fight, but obviously you got the point at this point. This boss, I died once as I go to collect my souls here. So I went into this fight heavy, and I regretted it, so I changed my look a little bit. Because I needed to roll. I cannot parry. I am incapable of parrying. I played every Souls game, and I still can't parry. I don't know what it is, it's just a mechanic that I've never been able to grasp, so I do the whole roll or shield. So he has 3 move sets, it seems. He just does the same combos. When he does this, he'll actually stab you, pick you up. It does a lot of damage, but you can kind of just walk out of the way. If you want to roll, go for the roll. I don't think I did once. This move, I guess except for there, and I know at the end I do manage to dodge it. I don't know what it was, I was incapable of dodging it. But with him, it's pretty simple. He's not that difficult. Really cool looking. Just, yeah. If you want to go in this heavy, I mean, power to you. Make sure you're heavy. You got a lot of armor fighting this guy. He hits hard. And that one does a lot. Well, it's just the same move combos. I mean, that's the way the Souls games work, but... See, I just can't dodge that one. I don't know what it was. And right there, he quickly recovered, so I had to get out quick. But I believe it's right here where yeah, I managed to dodge it for the only time and finish him off. You won't get to this boss till later. You gotta unlock the area first, but it's the same map, it's the first one. So the old king. This one was one of the easiest sadly. I thought this was endgame. I thought this was actually the final boss, because this was one of the last bosses I actually fought. And since it's an area they had to unlock to beat the other areas first, I was like, oh, this must be the end. Yeah, another cool looking boss. The bosses in this game, I don't know what they look like in the original, but they look real good in this one. He has a jump, or jump dash at you right there. I just blocked it for the most part. And then I realized, like, oh shit, I barely did any damage, and I was I was thinking, like, I'm not ready for this. I was right here, I was looking for a way to get out of here. Because I didn't think I was going to kill him. I keep looking. I just wanted to go back to the Nexus, because I wanted to keep all my souls. But then, once I realized I was stuck, I just went for it. So with this, like I said, that attack, you could probably parry it. I didn't attempt it once because I'm just crap at it. A lot of it, those little gust of winds that go at you, they hit okay. They're easy to dodge. As you see, I just walk out of the way of them. With this, just move backwards. I don't know the distance right there. I obviously ran back a lot farther than I needed to. He's easier to dodge, kind of up close with those dash attacks. I found when they're farther back, he'll turn into you. Although I didn't roll. See, I'm closer there, and he just goes straight. He doesn't turn into you. A little jump attack there went to a frenzy on me. I thought I was gonna die here. Right when I saw that, I'm like, I'm done. He's gonna kill me. But backs off. There's the dash. He likes that dash. The dash is the best one. I like it when you did the dash because you knew what to expect. Except for that one, I didn't even notice he was coming at me until it was too late. And this just gives you time. If you run back, you can heal, do whatever you need to do, use an item. I'm a firm believer in this game where I don't use any items to enhance my weapon. Like, I'll plus it, but I won't use anything to make it fire, electricity, magic. I don't. That's just a personal choice I never have. It's kind of like me with parrying. I just never do it, so I just stuck with it. That, I don't know what it does. I didn't get hit by it and I ran away because I was scared. It's probably a grab. He might grab you. Probably does a ton of damage if not kills. And I should finish him here. Yeah. Ugh. The Armor Spider. I hated this boss. I hated it so much. When I was streaming, I had this one going, and I was just getting laughed at by the comments, and I was like, this boss sucks. For this character, I managed to get him pretty quick, but my other one, I struggled hard. So with this one, he has two main attacks up close. He has the swipe right here. And then he has his double where he kind of pounds the ground. He shoots out, it's a web, it just webs you so you can barely move, and that fireball seems to be 100% accuracy when you're webbed. So here he spits a bunch of shit on the ground, and he ignites it. You basically have to just run back to the fog. So here, yeah, he did his slam attack for some unknown reason right there. But if you're heavy, like, you can just block it. It's not, it just takes away your stamina, obviously. I don't think I rolled once. For some reason he missed me completely there. Don't take that as you'll miss every single time if you're in the middle. Watch out for the webs on the sides. I do get tangled up in them. I did my first time. Once you figure this boss out, it's not too bad. Because when I first fought this boss, even when he was spitting the stuff here and then ignited it, I just was trying to fight him, and I was like, I can't survive. Like, I don't understand why I just die every single time. Right here, yeah, the 3 fireballs, those don't increase or decrease range once used, so once the first one goes, wherever it hits, the other ones will hit again. It hits hard, and you don't want to get stuck in it, because it staggers you and then it can hit you again right away. Yeah, this was one of my least favorite bosses. I'm on it again on the new game, and I'm stuck again. This one was... So the first time I did it, I was on a mage. I had the clip, but then I decided, why bother throwing the second one? It's just the same fight with a mage. Obviously, you just fight with range. With this one, I found the best thing was to run towards him, hit him, run back. Once he slams, run back, hit him. I found that to be one of the better methods. Using those little, I'm going to call it a pillar that he just ran around. Using those was kind of helpful. With this one, my advice would be save stamina. And if you have the ring that decreases fire damage, I would use it. I had it on, and I believe it's near the end. He goes just ballistic on me, and it saves my life. There is little spots in the ground. I think I just keep walking over one of them, but they do fire damage to you. Oh, okay, I just hit it. A tip for when you're using magic or any sort of range, he will jump side to side, so once he dodges one of your attacks, don't keep shooting because he'll just keep jumping side to side. You'll just end up wasting your MP and whatnot. So just wait for him to charge you again and then try it again. It's kind of like the game put a safety in it so you couldn't just keep spamming him. This was kind of a medium boss. He wasn't like anything brutally hard. He's fast, but I think I died once against him. And it was the first time I went in and I almost killed him still. But again, like, it just depends on how you want to play. I don't like playing heavy, it's just the character I started off with, the armor was heavy, and it took so long to be able to roll again. So I just stuck with it. Obviously, I take less damage this way, but I just can't dodge as well, so I do a lot of running. Which ended up I had to increase stamina. So when you increase stamina, you don't increase your equipment load. So it was what it was. But again, pillars, kind of running back and forth towards him after he hits the ground is good. There's not too much else strategy-wise that I was able to notice after fighting a couple characters. Don't go in there. I attempted to roll out of there. My first time fighting him, I got stuck in there and it just beat the shit out of me. I tried to roll out just because he has a splash. It just wasn't working. Dragon God confused the hell out of me until I just realized, like, oh, he only attacks you if he looks at you. So with this one, I mean, you can hit him if you want. It's not going to do anything. So once I turn. So when he sees you, he'll attack you. So just kind of stay hidden. Use these pillars to your advantage. So there I go. So these are blocking your way. As you can see, I died right there because I was still trying to figure this one out. So use these. He does hit me up here somewhere, just before I get to it. I believe it's this one, because I get impatient and I start running. Yeah. So, it does a lot of damage. If I didn't have the ring that I lose less health when a soul, it would have been bad. So use these giant ballistics. Goes into him, freaks out. Will smash the ballistic, and you guessed it, you have to run to another one. So here I actually thought I was going to die. So if you want to do it quicker, you're able to jump there. I just missed the staircase. So again, I played it pretty safe. You could do it a lot. Like, I could have gone. There was tons of time, but I was playing it pretty safe because I just didn't want to have to do this all over again. I think this was the fifth time I went in here, and I just tried to kill him every time, and then the second last time I noticed the pillars and I started breaking them, and I almost got to the first arrow and I died in the same spot I got hit. So when I was here, I was pretty cautious. There is a weapon you can use. I believe it's called the Hands of God on him. It's for a trophy. So if you're a trophy hunter like myself, I don't use it in this, but you can earn a trophy by killing him with it. You'll see at the end on how you could do that. You have all the time in the world once you get that second ballistic off, so you can switch it or whatever. Just make sure you go into the fight with the weapon. Yes, it is the Hands of God, is what it's called. So right here I started to panic a little bit because I just hear fire going all over behind me. So I just quickly went, but obviously you're good to go. Only advice I'd really have on this one is just don't rush it. If you're going for a speed run, you're probably not watching this video anyway. So just enjoy the game. It's not too long of a game. For Souls wise, it was probably the easiest one. But it's the original, right? This is the first one that started it all. So right here, this is where you'd use the Hands of God instead of me using my weapon here. And there it is. Fool's Idol. So this one, I fought her probably 50 times, and I'm like, why does she keep coming alive? And I was like, maybe there's, she becomes not the Fool's Idol. Like maybe I just get it's the luck of the draw. And then after running around, I found this guy. So when you pass the big machine that shoots all the arrows on the bridge, if you go get to it, walk forward a little bit, and go right, there's a staircase that leads up. I killed this guy. Actually, I only killed him just because what he was saying to me. He was basically telling me to fuck off. So I was like, I'll just kill him. He doesn't seem useful in any way. So I don't think I go far enough back so you can see it. It's just a spiral staircase. It's just don't go towards the boss, which when you get to the ballistic, it's straight up the staircase. Walk just forward a little bit, and then take a right, and it'll lead you to where I was just, and it's just a single path. You can't miss them. So with her, she's easy. The only, hang on one sec. Excuse me. The only annoying thing I found with her is she puts this this circle capture thing on the ground. Those right there. You get stuck. She can hit you. She sometimes hits you, but it's not. She doesn't hit too hard, and she's easy to kill. But here she will. So another thing for a trophy here, as you saw, I took the first one out. If you want the trophy, don't attack that one. Attack the one in the back. So there's two of them right now. So I hit her. She's the fake. The real one is actually in the back. I kill her here, but I believe if you get her to almost death, she'll spawn in the front. So you can kill the one in the front, and she should be the correct one, and you'll get the trophy for that too. Maneater. This was my first attempt on this one. Once I kind of realized, once he did that, I was like, I need to get off this bridge. So definitely advice on this one, go up here and play around with the little fire in the middle. Use it. Kind of get stuck on a little bit. I was trying to bait him, so he'll jump at me like that, but I do end up getting hit anyway. So with this one, it's actually a two-part boss. You got the first one here, and then another one will show up. But just wait for those jumps. Like, he's not too difficult to dodge. One thing, as you'll see on the second one, he fell off the edge a lot, and it really got annoying. Because once they fall, he'll just fly. So I shot my arrows at him a couple times, trying to get him down. Sometimes he'll just go down by himself. I'm looking for the other one right now, but as I noticed watching this, I didn't see him. Just when I was actually playing the game, I didn't notice. So I believe it's right here, yeah. So he goes to fall, he'll fly, and he should just land over there. Well, he does land over there. So he just keeps doing that. The one time, okay, didn't that time. This one jumped off the map a lot. The other one didn't once. I don't know why this one did so often. Maybe it's a longer jump. I don't know. At some point, does just stay in the air. I believe it's here. Yeah, so I just start shooting a bow at it. Or arrows at it, sorry, not the bow. Because I'm like, whatever, I can actually do this. Hit it once and it left. I don't know if it was actually stuck or not. So if you don't have arrows, I'm sure it'll come down eventually, just kind of hide. But the only real advice I can give for this one is just stay in this middle area. He will knock you off the edge. And use that. It's great defensive cover. This was one of my longer fights. And eventually I get just fed up with it. So he just keeps jumping around. And again, I can't roll. So I just have to take the brunt of it every time, or hopefully I move out of the way. At some point I do take out my bow and just keep trying to shoot him as he lands here, because I was getting real annoyed with this boss, falling off the map constantly. And I was hoping here I found a little thing like, oh, he's just going to keep punching the middle and maybe I could just walk to the other side, and no, it wasn't a thing. So I think it's here where I take out the bow and just attempt to shoot him. Oh, maybe I didn't at all. Oh, yeah, I tried to attack him first. That's smart, I could kill him. Okay, maybe I didn't take the bow. Or maybe I already passed. Maybe I missed it. But then here I was just going for glory. And I healed to make sure there was no more. So I didn't know what the heck was going to happen. So the old monk, there's two ways for this boss. I play offline. Not all the time, but sometimes. And I was offline with this boss. So what could happen is that could actually be a real player. So they can be summoned by the monk. So if you see those ghosts walking around, they got that, the hat on, or helmet, whatever you want to call it. Those people are, I'm going to call them slaves to the monk. Because they want to come into your world, they want to be this person. So if you're playing offline, you'll fight the old monk, or the servant to the monk anyway. And if you're online, chances are you're probably fighting an actual person. So this is kind of a PvP boss, or it can be. Just when I got to him, I happened to be offline. And I didn't even know that until after I was told. And I was like, oh, okay. But it's just like fighting an enemy. There's nothing to it. And yeah, on this one I call him a meatball because I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his name and butcher it. So you got meatball here. There's a blade in his stomach right there that I'm trying to hit. You got to keep hitting that blade. And do I get it here? Nope. He's easy to dodge. He's just a slow boss. So I'm hitting it. There we go. I hit it. On top of his head, there's a little bird. Start hitting the bird. I do have a trick with the mages. I believe it's at the end of the video. Or, sorry, the end of this fight. So with this guy, you can just kind of walk. He's slow. But just keep aiming at that. It's a tight area. Well, it'd be less tight if he wasn't so big. Let me see. I'm trying to get him away from the stairs because with him being on the stairs, it's like I can't go that way. So I did attempt to turn him around right here. There. And it happened to be one hit anyway. And the bird. Not a difficult boss at all. Intimidating at first because if you're up top, he can actually hit you. So the mages actually go to the bottom, as you're seeing here, and hit him from a distance. Once he gets close, turn him around, go to the... oh, excuse me. Turn him around, go to the other side. So I ended up doing it a little too early. But I did end up moving him back and forth enough. So the old hero, which to me, this is the coolest boss. I thought this boss fight was really cool. The concept was cool. He looked cool. With this one, I don't even know what to give for a hint, really. So he's blind. So every now and again he loses track of where you are. He's fast. He's a quick boss. It does have one skill. He uses it a couple times in a row. It's kind of like an AoE. I'm not sure if that's because he's not sure of where I am, so he starts doing it. But just avoid the AoE. I think I avoided every single time. It wasn't hard. You could see him charging up for it. So yeah, he's blind. So he swings randomly. So he just hunts for you. I mean, he might be able to find you before you attack him, but I just went for the attack because I was like, this guy's stupid. Until I realized, oh, he's blind. You get some good hits on him. You can play the whole leg game. You can go in between them. I do it at some point. So he doesn't always lose track. Like, he knew exactly where I am. He's going to know where I am again. He loses track of me twice, I believe, in this fight. I'm not sure why. Because he knew I was right across. So I'm not sure why, but... Sorry, it did freeze here during my capture. It will pick up in a second. The game itself froze, and I actually thought my whole game was going to crash. So is it? Yeah, he hits hard. A lot of heavy hits, though. I think it's right here. He lost track of me. Yeah. So I'm not sure why. Maybe just after he hit me, he's just like, oh, I killed it. Just kind of a bug on his shoulder like a mosquito. You go to hit it and it's like, oh, I killed it, and you don't think about it anymore. And sure enough, it's still alive, because they survive everything for some reason. So I think it's right, yeah, right here, that's where his AoE is. I don't know the radius because it's not that big. You can just roll out of it as I just did. I did eventually sort my life out with the heavy armor. I just switched up the helmet. But right here, just played the leg game. Just walking between his legs. Try not to look up. It's not a whole lot of coverage. But yeah, he's a cool boss. Just not that difficult. I was in this fight for probably 20 minutes. So, if you don't have a bow, get a bow. I'm sure you could do it without. I didn't lose to this boss, but like I almost did, especially right there. But when I walked in, I was confused. And I was like, wow, there's a lot. So yeah, I just used a bow, hit them all. As you can see, I cleared it out. And the weapon you actually need a certain weapon. So I started from the top, so I was kind of talking over it. So you run down. I was looking for it. I was like, how the hell? But then I realized, like, oh, the Souls games like to add a boss that has a random weapon. So I was looking around for this thing. So where those rocks are, the pointed rocks, it'll be up there, so where I'm going. It's actually to my right, but I went left. I do find it, obviously. But my only advice for this one is clear the skies. Clear the skies, that way you only have to deal with the big boss itself. As you can see, I did shoot an arrow at it, because I was like, oh, maybe it's just a range boss, but then I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. So there it is. So just equip it, same as some of the other Souls games. Though, make sure it's closer, I wasn't really sure. I was hoping it would hit it. So hit it now would be a good time. So when you can see its stomach, I do get a shot or two off here. I don't know if the R2 button does something different. I only used R1. And it does, yeah, I just cut to it real soon. I think it shows me killing it. It's just kind of the same thing though. Just aim for the stomach. One thing I did find, I believe I do it right now, is one of the rocks I hid behind while it flew around, because it shoots the little darts at you. So, yeah. This rock I was hiding behind, I found it to be pretty useful. The little shard things hit it. I'm not really hiding behind it, but I do hide behind it. There. That way you don't have to roll out of the way, don't use any heals, you just let the boss get close and then you can attack it. I'm sure you can run up top and attack it too, but again, I just play it safe, so... this was a long fight for me. I really wanted to look it up, but I was like, nah, I'll figure it out eventually. And yeah, I cleared everything, the skies. I got lucky. Literally, there was, I think, 2 left when I ran out of arrows. And that was with me finding there was 10 magic arrows. So with this one, this is an easy one. I'll show 2 ways for this, so if you're a mage, it's even easier. Literally just go to the bottom, get behind him, and start hitting him. He does a little shimmy and a shake right there. You do get covered in the leeches, or I guess they're leeches, based on his name. They do damage to you, but I think I killed them quick enough where they don't. I know with my mage I got hit once, and it took off a decent chunk, but not a ton of health. So right here, I'm above him. Obviously my first one here fails. Kind of walk near the edge. Start throwing the balls. So one thing with this boss is he does regenerate, or it does regenerate health. So when I'm done throwing these, I don't show the whole thing, but the boss actually regenerates all its health, and I had to regenerate all my MP back. So just be aware of that, make sure you got a lot of MP, or if you run out, like, go down and attack him quick. The Colossus here, this one, I don't even remember this fight, and I just did it yesterday. Alright, so with this one, it's just kind of go behind him, does this, I don't know what, like, I didn't get hit by it, so I don't even know what this does. My advice for this one is just make sure you keep hitting from the back when he goes through his swing. And you just walk to the side away from the arm, or roll, as I tried to roll and got hit anyway, but it doesn't hit hard. It does have, so there's a head on its shoulder on the left side. I'm assuming that might be a critical point. So my right, it's left. It's this weird looking head thing. That might be a critical point. I didn't even test it, didn't even notice it until I watched the video. And I tried to switch weapons because my weapon was going to break. I'm assuming that move will do a decent amount of damage. So it does shoot a bit of stuff, easy to dodge though. It's one of the easier bosses, so you shouldn't have too much trouble with this one. And the final boss on the list, since, as I said earlier, you don't need help with the final boss. You can go in there with your fist and you will kill it. And there's 2 different endings that I'm aware of. There could be a 3rd one that I'm not aware of. And you will get to decide on what you want to do. So with this one, there is also an alternative you can do with this one. You can either just kill her, or, as you're about to see, she summons a dead knight, and you could kill the knight before her, or, like I said, just kill her. You'll get a trophy if you just kill her. There's 2 ways that you could do it. One will take a little bit longer, but it's a lot safer, and it'll be a lot faster if you die doing it the other way. So I'll wait for this. So there's 2 paths you can take, not right there, up here. So I just kill these guys because I don't know what they're gonna do. So the left, you'll be fighting the knight, which has been the way I went. And if you go to the right, there's a kind of a vantage point. You'll see her near the end, you can actually see her, so over there. You can actually see her use arrows to kill her, and you will be rewarded a trophy. If you don't care about trophies, or you're just gonna play through it a couple times anyway, you can kill him. There was 2 ways. I did kind of the slash and dash kind of thing. Hit once, get out of there, hit once. Although he does this weird thing, I believe it's right here. I got staggered. I have no clue why I got staggered. He was in an animation where he was staggered, but somehow he parried me. so I'm not sure. I thought maybe it was just me, but it happens more than once. I was like, oh, maybe it's just a bit of lag in the game. And I do allow him to do it, so he does heal himself. I'll let him do it, and then I'll show it the other way. For this one, there's 2 recommendations for it. I do both ways. The slash and dash was definitely the safe route. But if you know you can just go in and take him, just go in and take him. It's not that bad, as you'll see in a sec. He does hit hard though. So there's his heal. I just fiddle around because I'm trying to heal myself. Doesn't go forward, so what will happen with this guy is he will actually try to stay between you and the boss, the actual boss. Like, he's not the boss, he's just the guard. I think it's here. Yeah. I tried to pull up my shield and hit the wrong thing. I didn't have my shield out. So now I actually challenge him. So the thing with him is, since he's got the big weapon, even though so do I, he hits the rocks a lot, he'll hit the fence. So a lot of bouncing off. And I believe it's up here, yeah. So I move down, so I'm moving closer to her. And his goal right now is to get in front of me. So as you can see, he runs past me to get in front of me. I could have turned around and went for the boss right away, but he will chase you. But killing this guy gives you gear and a weapon. Or shield? Shield. Gear and a shield. And with her, there's not much to it. Talk to her and that's the end. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure to check out my Twitch. I'll do these stuff live. I will make trophy guides. I do tutorials for this. I do a lot of co-op stuff, so it won't just be me. But until next time, again, thanks for watching. Hopefully all this helped.